PSG 5, Tottenham 3, and I'm Thomas Frank out. I'm still Thomas Frank out. This result doesn't change. This result does not change anything, my friend. Now, yes, there are positives to take from this. It was a decent display. The players definitely fought today, 100%. Can't fault the effort today. No doubt about it. The effort today was sublime, sublime. And I thought from well, I definitely thought we deserved a point, at least a point today. We definitely deserve a point today. But the problem is this: we still set up too defensive. Today we started off with 4 center mids. Again, we done the same thing against Chelsea. We started with 4 center midfield players. How do you expect to create enough chances? How do you expect to win the game with 4 midfielders on the pitch? How? Now, yes, the first goal, it was a great link-up play between Graham Bergvall and then obviously Mawani with a knockdown and Richarlison goal. It was a great team goal, no doubt about it. But the reality is this: within these last 2 games, tonight against the Arsenal on the weekend, we've conceded 9 goals. And I said, I started this season, that we look better defensively, and I was wrong because we're leaking goals. We're leaking goals, bro. We're leaking goals. Now, yes, today 2 of the goals came from Christian Romero. The penalty, I thought it was a bit, yes, it is a penalty. He does hit his hand, and in Europe, those will be given. In the Prem, you may get away with that, but still, Romero's at fault for the penalty. The third goal, Romero's at fault because he tries to play out from the back. There's a player like on Sar. Sar loses the ball, can't blame Sar, and they score. So Romero, I thought the first half played well, but then the second half he capitulated, 100% capitulated. But back to Frank. You can't stop the game with 4 center mids. Yes, the game plan worked for 60 minutes, but we still lost the game. And that 3-2, he should have brought on Kudos. He should have brought on Xavi. He should have brought on Paulinho. He could have brought on Undogi. But he waited too long. He waited too long. And by 4-2, we're not going to score. We're not going to score 2 goals. We're not going to score 2 goals. Come on, man. Frank got to do better. Frank, I think the job's too big for Frank. I think the job's way too big for Frank, and that's the reality. The job's too big for Frank because, yes, even if we got a point today, I'm still not confident that we'll win on the weekend. Now, with the performances from the like of Gray, Bergvall, Mawani had a great game. 2 goals today. Mawani stepped up today. Mawani and plus Richarlison stepped up, but Mawani had a great game. His best game in a Tottenham shirt, hands down. Yeah, no doubt about that. But I don't see where we go from this performance because I don't see us. It's not really. I don't blame the players that much. I blame Frank. The way he sets it up is too negative. Too negative. Yes, the link-up play was much better today, and we're too deep. How are we going to score? Most of that game, we was in our own half. Most of that game, we didn't hold possession for at least 5 minutes. That whole game, we just kept giving the ball back to PSG, giving the ball back to PSG, kicking the ball long. How many chances did we create today? Generally, how many? How many chances did we generally create throughout the whole game? Bearing in mind, the first half we only created 1 chance. So you also got to put that in consideration. Yes, the players fought well. Yes, the players did show. Yes, the players did show fight. But I don't have no confidence in this manager because how are we gonna line up on the weekend? Probably more. Paulinho will definitely come back in 100%. Undogi will come back in. Spence will drop to the bench most likely. We know Romero's not available, so Danso will play. Cool. But again, who will play midfield? Who's going to play in midfield? Probably bring back Xavi, and he probably will. Who's going to play in the double pivot? He probably bring back Kudos as well. Will Wilson start? Who knows? Frank is unpredictable. And this was like our what? That strike partnership was like our 20th new strike partnership. Frank doesn't know his best team. Frank's had 15 games around about. He doesn't know his best team, bro. He doesn't know his best team. That's concerning. Yes, he knows his best defense. Obviously, the goalkeeper, but that double pivot, he doesn't know. Now, today, Bentancur and the Bentancur and Gray played well together. But we've seen when you. But this is the thing that that's a good blend in midfield. You have the likes of Bentancur sitting; he knows his role, and you have Gray that's more comfortable, like on the ball. You see Gray and Bergvall link up, flicks around the corner, linking up play. But you can't have Bentancur and Paulinho. So today the midfield looked better because we had two players with different skill sets that complemented like each other. Frank, he goes with the same players with the same skill set, but we need a variety in midfield. I don't trust Frank to do the same like chemistry, the same skill sets or same different skill sets. I don't see him doing that like on the weekend. That's what I'm trying to like to say. I just don't trust Frank. But the game today, in all, it wasn't a bad game. It wasn't a bad game for most of it, but again, we capitulated, bro. That's the reality. We capitulated. We took the lead twice, and PSG came back 5 times. Imagine that. We scored from when we scored. We scored one goal at what? We scored the first goal at like what the 30th minute, around that abouts. And at the end of the game, we lost 5-3. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make this up, man. This manager's not good enough. His in-game management is shocking. But yes, he was let down by Romero, no doubt. But let's move on to Xavi quickly, yeah? This is what? The third big game of this season, Xavi has not started. He didn't start the Chelsea game, but he came on. He didn't start the Arsenal game, but he came on. And he didn't start today, and he came on. So Frank doesn't trust Xavi within the big games. But yet, this is Frank's player. Remember, this is Frank's player. Frank sanctioned this move for Xavi. Kudos never started today. What's going on? Kudos didn't start today. That's Frank's player. We need Kudos for these big games. Do you know what I mean? So tell me. So tell me, Paulinho, he didn't start like today. That's Frank's player as well. So what's going on? Frank has like Frank is too unpredictable. He's too unpredictable, and I don't like unpredictability. I don't know what. There's not really much more to say. If I'm being real, like I said, Richardson played well. That's his what 6 goals this season. Mawani, he's on the score sheet, so that's good. That's good for his confidence. Gray played well. Brogba played well. Um, yes, hey, Spence. That was a Spence I know. Spence had a very good game, especially in that first half. He was giving us so much width. He was ball carrying. He won us a couple corners. Yeah, Spence had a good game. Spence had a good game. That was good. I thought Van der Ven never played too bad. I thought Porra didn't play too bad. I wish he would have got forward more, especially in the first half. But yeah, I didn't think Porra played too bad. The players, in all, didn't play bad. But silly mistakes. Corners. Oh, that fifth goal. That fifth goal. Terrible. No one gets their heads to it. Ricochets in the box like some pinball machine. And then, yeah. And both the bearing in mind, Vitinha scored a hat trick, but the first 2 goals from Vitinha could have been avoided. Well, maybe not. Like yeah, again, his first one, give him a set piece, open again at the edge of the box. It was a great finish, but again, he's free at the edge of the box. Second goal, he dribbles past 3 Spurs players. No one gets a leg in. No one sticks a leg out. No one gets close. He bangs it with a left foot. Great finish. Vicario no chance. Vicario no chance. Simple. The reality is this. The reality is this. The better team won, but I think that they were there for the taking. They were there for the taking. They're fragile at the back. They're fragile. PSG, yeah, they're fragile, bro. They're fragile. If we were a bit more braver, if we had a more of attacking team, I think we could have won that game. That's the reality. That's the reality. If we were starting Xavi, if we were starting Xavi, just a more of a playmaker, for me, we could have won that game. We could have won that game still, in my opinion. But what can we do? That's 2 losses like on the bounce. 2 losses on the bounce. of like Fulham on the weekend, I don't even think we'll win. I think we'll probably draw. I think we'll probably draw. But the reality is this: what have I been saying? I told you November we will see who Thomas Frank is, and right now, Frank has shown that he's not the man for this job. We were out of Newcastle in the cup. That's one loss. Yeah, we we lost to Chelsea. Yeah, we beat Copenhagen. We drew to United. We lost to the Arsenal. We lost to PSG. Yeah, and we got Fulham on the weekend. If Frank don't beat Fulham, he would have taken what? If he doesn't beat Fulham, we'd have taken 1 point from November. 1 point. Yeah, because we lost to Chelsea, we drew to United, we lost to the Arsenal, and Fulham. Guys, lock in. It's a long season. Because he ain't going to get sacked. But it's a long season. Remember, comment, subscribe, share the video, support the kid, and we out.